Maybe we can go. Oh yeah, there's 3 mythical. Yeah. I always forget those 2. There's 3 now.
Okay. I had to swap headsets because it's getting confusing. So alright. We got Overflow 12 on the game. We also got Flutter Dark John, who's gonna be commentating.
Hi.
Other bunch of other memers for some reason that's in here. Maybe.
Hi! Easy meme. Easy life.
That's Aaron Staring guy.
I just figured you guys weren't tired of me yet, so I'm staying.
Alright, so pretty much they have experience with V2 also. They can do commentary if they want to.
Yeah, we're memers also playing that.
So, like I said, you guys met the incentive of V2, the true end, so we're going to say this and for this ending.
I wonder, is the game audio too loud or anything?
Hold on.
Yeah, hold up. Zufresh, turn the music off.
Nope, I'm missing. Because then everyone's going to hear me and hear you.
Yeah, they don't have game audio.
I know they have no game audio. I know they don't have game audio because they're going to hear you. No, they have no.
You can hear me anyway.
It's okay. That's
Duh.
what the fuck? Okay, so yeah, your audio is okay. Anyways,
I don't know.
when it's all ready, we can start this. We're doing True End because you guys donated for it. We're saving Izame, so he has to look at all the dreams. But we never met the dream sequence, so that depends on him if he's gonna look at it. So just FYI on that one. And next up will be Fairy Fencer F. Advent Dark Force Vile God Route by Endeavor. So later on he's gonna be here. Then you'll have Rebirth 3. New game, no end. So currently we're gonna be doing True End. So okay. Anyways, until I get the go from Aura, that's pretty much it. Like I said, you guys met V2R. We're gonna be doing all of that shenanigans. You met the game itself, and you met the narration reading. Next, I bet, is the producing perfection memes. Okay, so
Alright.
You ready?
No, I just need to say some things. First of all, disclaimer, I'm not good at this game, so if Aaron's in chat, he's the guy you're looking at. He is the top player in V2, hands down. His time is I think it's a 150-ish true in.
I think he's down to a 152 by now.
52, yeah. And he recently got sub 25 minutes on Zero Dimensions, so damn son. So if anything happens, it happens, and IRL stuff might happen because maybe my dad might call me. But anyway,
Or is the god of the
oh my god, Ox, no. I have to do it anyway after this run's done.
Oh, he's doing it.
Oh, we get to see it, boys.
Whoa, the meme has been.
I just gotta remember what file it is on.
Ooh.
Okay, alright.
I'm sure you're fine.
Zufresh, why do you beat him up enough for Nepunka?
Right, so
You first.
it's me, Endeavor, Hexy, Flutter Dark. Alright.
Good luck on saving Izamoy faster than people usually do.
Oh wow, thanks for the 100 bits, Toad.
Alright, so when we're ready and Aura's ready, we'll go with the go. I'll swap the
Alright.
audio. So hold on 1 second. I'm going to disappear from this, so let's account at least.
May Dark Purple 1 have mercy on your soul.
Oh yeah, multiple safety saves because it's marathon too. Can't take any
Is
risks.
she that bad?
It's not bad, yeah.
Wow.
She's the first of
Run
many
killer.
gatekeepers.
She's the first run killer if you're doing actual runs, not marathon runs.
This
know.
game is the complete opposite of marathon safe, but we do it anyway.
That was like MK2 to begin with.
given some of the casual experiences with bosses, yeah, I can see that. I can see that a lot.
Because we don't level grind.
Megadimension Neptunia VII.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my god, I was typing.
Got ya, bitch. I
Oh
got
my
ya.
god, it was the D!
I got ya.
Of course.
Good luck.
I was wondering if
Bed.
you guys was gonna
Bed
miss.
star. Oh,
Bed star.
bed star. Oh.
So the first 30 minutes of Zero Dimension is pretty Monka-esque for the most part.
Pretty much this entire first arc you're in is hope and pray for the best in pretty much any fight. Like, we talk about gatekeepers, but there are just some other fights that can really cause you some trouble. You can even die by a simple doggo. I'm the only one that's happened to it so far.
Talk about the dog.
Hey,
You just
I
got yourself
threw
out
doggo?
that hard.
We do not talk about dying
Yes,
to
the one
doggos.
doggo, as soon as you enter Hybrid Dimension for the first time with Neptune solo,
Ah, that one,
after
yeah.
beating Ancient Dragon, you don't gain any health, so you're at health you're at the end. So you can easily get sniped by one doggo.
So you know you're playing a pretty difficult game when you can easily die by a doggo.
Yep.
It's good thing for Endeavor to call himself out that he was the one that died. We usually just keep his name hidden.
I'll admit it. So far, I'm the only one to die to a doggo in the final R4 fight. I'll admit there was
I've
two.
almost died to a doggo. That was when I did that one bad end, man.
Final R4 fights is like almost as easy as a couple of these first fights in Zero Dimension. You're not supposed to
first
die to her.
encounter.
First of hopefully not too many more.
Ah, that map encounter. Most annoying thing about this game.
I pray for less than 10 encounters in your ZR.
Another encounter.
Well,
And you're already at
you're
the-
getting your 10 encounters out of the way, and then you're.
This always happens, like, I always... Ah, another encounter, Jesus. Every time I preload the memory cache, I always get a lot of encounters for some reason.
I'm sorry if I jinxed it. It was an accident. I'm still hoping for the 10. I'm still hoping for the 10.
Preloading the memory cache's fault.
Talk
Oh,
about
wait.
some preloading. In this game, if you go through the beginning part a little bit, it will be quicker. It will give you some quicker loading times for when you start it over because it remembers that part of the game. So we like to do that beforehand to
It's
get.
it's kind of like recalling cookies in a website. Like cache, that kind of thing.
Let's try going here.
It's kind of like cookies in a sense, but we do cache load for most of the game.
So I see the load times on Zero Dimension is faster than normal because I preloaded it through New Game Plus.
Like a kangaroo.
Preloading goes back to as far as Vanilla Nep, except Vanilla Nep is obviously the one where it saves the most time. But the one that rarely affects though is Victory. It doesn't affect Victory hardly any at all. But Mark II, Vanilla, and V2 has very big significance.
You cache load in Rebirth 1. It's the only Rebirth you can do it in.
I'm not too into the Rebirth, so
Like a kangaroo.
I didn't know that myself.
I choose you. Let's try.
Thankfully, it's not in Cybernet, but it is in Advent Dark Force.
Like a kangaroo.
Wait, preloading is in Dark Force?
Yep. I didn't know it either. The bomb learned that.
Preloading isn't in OG.
Kangaroo.
In Advent Dark Force, both mine and the bomb's PB, he is like 7 seconds faster by the 2-minute mark than I am.
Like a kangaroo.
So it has a pretty big significance.
Yeah, given that we are talking about 2 minutes and already have that.
Like a kangaroo.
Too bad you can't preload the whole game. Once you get to a certain part of the game, it starts forgetting the previous parts. So you really only want to preload to a certain point.
Yeah. To be honest, there are some games where I wonder why the load times are as long as they are.
No, PS3 naps because.
Oh, that's terrible credits. That's not good.
I'm more. The thing I have been wondering most is for all the giant CPU fights on PC because they load way too long. Granted, this might be because PC, but also.
Granted, it's PC and no one runs PC.
What? Okay.
That
unicorn is terrible.
I'm seeing.
Yeah, for the PC version of this game, all the battles, cutscene, that plays out when you get in a battle that takes a few more seconds. Even more so when you fight the bosses. That is why every runner of this game chooses the PS4 version.
Understandable. I mean, even casually, these load times seem long.
We ain't really had no testing, but it probably be at least 10 minutes or more.
Okay, now we're getting to
overall.
the first gatekeeper, which is nerve-wracking.
It is overall slower in comparison because we have had at least one test PC run in the bomb.
11 is all I can afford right now.
Right now, Aurora is about to be on his way to that first gatekeeper we were talking about.
Dark Purple 1.
Dark Purple 1.
Yeah, his credits were a bit. His credits were. Not really enough for healing, guys.
Oh man. Okay, so I have to get one of the Koitsu encounters here, so Neptune's level 14 before Ancient Dragon. Oh my god, it's Koitsu. Come on. Oh my god, come on. He's staying there. Okay, finally.
I remember first time I fought Dark Purple I actually died because I wanted everyone alive so they get EXP, and then I got nuked, and I was dead.
Yep. Enemies in this
That's this game in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's unfair because they have like AoE attack range.
The more time you waste, the more you're gonna get nuked.
Their attack stats are way too high for standard enemies. You shouldn't have to worry about death from any common enemy.
And plus the status detections as well, even this early in the game.
Yeah, the early part is a bit annoying. Not only just because it's early in an RPG, and most RPGs have a really hard early game just because you're lacking tourists. But this one, it seemed a bit worse than usual.
Alright, so...
Maybe it's because the game gives you like 5 enemies at once when you are barely any strength.
I'm good to go. Don't worry.
Okay, first safety save.
Definitely safety save.
What's this fight? No bueno.
No bueno, jetzt grad
Alright. Coming up, what you'll see in this fight is a guaranteed first turn AoE attack. That happens 100% of the time. And then ideally, you want Dark Purple to attack single, like one person at a time, and do not want to see another AoE attack.
Dude, again with AoE, what the heck?
But we will probably see all the AoE.
Having a fight with only one, the very first AoE, is insanely rare.
Sometimes Netgear can mess really bad.
This fight has given Netgear a nickname call her Miss Gear because she loves to miss.
Wow, first try. Cool.
Nice.
Nice.
She didn't.
Considering critting.
Yeah, she only AoE'd once in the beginning, and that was it. With these encounters, though.
Yeah, your encounter luck is really bad. It's probably the one thing that annoys most people casually, the amount of encounters you get. When you just want to travel to a place. And I'm so happy that in New Game Plus you get an item that just says no encounters anymore. Shut up.
Or yeah, you can just play V2R where encounters are just removed.
I admit that's one of the reasons why I'm a main New Game Plus runner.
Understandable, because encounter luck.
Well, Endeavor can be the next New Game V2R runner. No encounters.
I have to play it casually with her.
What should I do?
Sorry if you hear all this controller mashing.
No, it's fine.
Oh my god, back attack. Why? Stinking cat.
Back attack, why indeed?
Great, this is terrible. And I'm virus too. This has never happened before.
Looks like my dinner has arrived, so I shall be watching from the background with my mic muted. I'll be back within 15 minutes or so.
Okay. Well, good thing this isn't a fight that you need HDD for, so we're good.
Good thing it isn't like before Dark Purple 2.
Yeah, I know that one encounter before the event marker.
Like one encounter to give you apathy.
Yeah, that sucks. Like, do you really want to backtrack, or do you want to just shake it off?
There's really no point really, because you're all the way over there next to the event marker, and it's another backtrack for encounters.
The funny thing is that I was really late in the game, and then I got a status that I never had before, so the tutorial pops up, and I was like, wait, what? Tutorial? What? Oh, right, status. Which is a good thing, though, that they relegated it to when the status actually happened. At the same time, it's still dumb, because they could have just had one prompt whenever any status happens to explain all of them.
Like a kangaroo. Sorry, could you heal me?
It's a good thing I bought those healing grasses.
I won't lose this battle. What should I do? Now, who to choose?
Targets confirmed.
Nephew, it's my turn. My turn. Now, who to choose?
Oh, are you serious? I can't do my EXE because Neptune's virus.
What should I do?
That sucks.
Wait, EXEs are locked too when you're
I can't do my formation skill because Neptune's virus. So this is gonna take a bit longer.
Yeah, that is annoying. Honestly, there are
okay,
two
but she
things
recovered now, so it's fine now.
Virus.
Die. Okay, there we go. Like anything bad, everything bad is happening right now. This is not good.
You're my opponent? I choose you. I'm home. Hope you'll be enough to entertain me.
Speaking of formation skills, as awesome as their introduction is, for the Dark CPU fight it is also the dumbest timing to introduce them. Because Uzume is pre-transformed and most people will not untransform just to use the skill.
That was very bad enemies. There's like too many.
Yeah, I'm seeing it, it's like 6 again. Oh wait, that's the story fight, never mind.
We're gonna sell Hunting Sword Beam.
Yeah, that's the Zero Dimension Dream Got.
15. Okay.
I know it's unrelated to commentary, but I just wanted to say that what Beef Hash said in the chat just killed me. That is all.
What did he say in the chat? I see.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna save an Ancient Dragon too, because he could be a douchebag too. Okay, so
yeah, I wouldn't take it lightly to not save on Ancient Dragon.
So the reason why we guard on the second turn is so that way we can lower our wait time, because every time we get an extra turn we want to guard. Because if we don't and we just attack on the second turn, then we're going Ancient Dragon's gonna get probably gonna kill you.
Ancient Dragon gets double turn.
Yeah.
So if you guard, it stops that. And it's really bad if it's his double turn is 2 crits or a dragon raid.
Okay, got another this turn. Okay, I'm gonna refill my SP.
My turn. Leave this to me. My turn. Leave this to me.
I can use double turn to heal 2 times, which is a good thing, because the wait time for using items is very low.
Let's end this. My turn.
He keeps doing Dragon Flare and using Dragon Fire. For some reason, his Dragon Flare has like less wait time, which is not fair.
My turn.
Yeah, that's especially that should have wait time. Oh.
Are you serious? Okay, no,
Leave this to me.
of course. Oh my god, 2 times in a row. I have to deal 2 times. Keep spamming it.
Who's my opponent?
Ah, screw off, Ancient Dragon. That was really bad. Gotta heal. Just in case. Okay. I didn't really need to do it, but I did anyway. So. So.
Oh, I should probably.
You just didn't want to get dog.
Good safety here.
I don't have enough. I don't have enough for SP chargers. I'm probably low on SP chargers, which is not good. Oh wait, I forgot to save because there's no save point in this dungeon.
Yep.
One of the R4 fights.
Ready? Oh right, this one has no save point because it's so small, wasn't it?
Time for the fight that invented.
Endeavor raid.
Endeavor rage.
That too.
What's this? Like a bunny.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, this is gonna waste more time, but I'm gonna pick up Uzume's weapon because I'm so low on credits. I need it right now. This is like a 15-20 second time loss. I got 2 of them, brilliant. Okay, that made up for it.
Perfect.
Oh man.
Even casually, credits are kind of a problem until late game when definite purposes exist.
Casually, you get to late game and then you're like, wait, why do I have so much money on this?
Basically, yes. With just one set of definite processors, actually with, if I think about it, just one of them, I had enough money to get all achievements in V2. Thus, they are that awesome for money.
It should be less than 10.
Really? Now she's targeting.
Change target and then AoE because all followers below half health. If that happens.
Okay. Just to be safe. Ah, she DM'd. Of course. Ah, it's a good thing I did that. Are you guys breaking up on me?
A lot.
That was one breakup.
Did I like
Two times. 2 times she did it.
Ah, for shit, you're not the Kingdom Hearts boss. Stop DMing all the time.
I think she stopped.
She stopped. No, she will do it again.
Yeah, she's gonna do it again.
I am so happy that. I'm so happy that.
Okay, Uzume did the goal. Finally.
There's no world where she stops the AoE.
There's no she doesn't AoE after hitting us.
Yeah. I am so happy that in Fairy Fencer most bosses can only DM once. Because, God, all the damage.
That would help so much in this game.
It would. Even casually it would.
When I first started routing this game and I did that fight, she didn't do that attack.
I have
So
no more SP chargers. This is bad.
So I thought that she didn't have that attack. So when I started doing attempts in practice,
This is gonna be a
she
shit
did that
battle.
attack. I was so confused.
It's gonna be a tippy battle.
I shall go forward.
I'm doing chip damage. This sucks.
All right. Ta-da! I guess we have to do this.
My R4-2 battles always battles. I can never have enough SP chargers. Or either that or I just don't want to use them all on
I
her.
had to use them all.
Like, I know you're probably supposed to, but I end up...
Yeah, because
Save.
combos are weak as hell.
Oh yeah.
They are. At this point in the game, they are.
It's just muscle memory at this point. You gotta remember, I still have the muscle memory of that 4-hour something time from like May of 2016.
Okay, now I've got credits for days because of the microphones, so this is good. So I can afford 3 SP chargers. That's cool.
Let's go.
You know, it's funny. Casually, I never use SP chargers, and here we just spam them.
Let's go. You want to play with me? I'll be serious. My turn. Here.
And then counters still hate us. I see. I see, game. I see how it is.
Let's go.
You don't want us to have fun, do you?
Jump. Like a bunny.
I'm at 24 pace. This is pretty bad right now.
Like a bunny.
The game detects when you're having fun, then
Jump.
It's like, ideally you want like a sub 30 in Zero Dimension
Jump.
during a full run. If you're doing ILs, then you gotta get lower than that, but...
Like a bunny. Jump. 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 Like a bunny. What's this? Like a bunny.
I'm still
Yeah.
proud that I was able
Jump.
So,
for about a
Twin
week.
Blades...
And in my,
Nice to meet you.
in my record, I had severely underleveled Netgear and Uzume. I only had the record because it was 10 encounters.
Like a bunny. Knowing you're not alone can make you feel this strong, huh?
Okay, so I want Nepgear. I want Nepgear to take all the hits, so she has more vitality than anyone else. But even then, buffs, debuffs, and weapons and armor, they do not make a difference in this game.
No, especially when it's all for free.
Offer 3, I definitely gotta save.
Like a bunny. Jump. Like a bunny. Jump. Jump. Like a bunny. Jump. Jump. Everyone, please, lend me your strength. Uzume's turn. What should I do? I shall go for ruin to it's my turn.
Okay, Nepgear, I think you need a heal for this turn.
Right? Into the I'll be serious. So tired. Let's nip things up.
The time of the
It's Uzume's
apocalypse
turn.
is
Oh my
now.
god.
I no longer have doubt. Finally.
Ruin to
This
all.
is never gonna get a hit in.
I won't hold back.
Is attack that low? Or does she just have to heal all the time?
Time of
Ah, already freaking AoE. This is not good.
Ah, for shit with your AoE.
She might do it again. Just,
This is why it's good to always back up to a wall.
she spammed it.
Finally. Maybe I pushed myself too far.
Holy.
Let's nip things up.
This is really bad.
I no longer have
2 AoEs, and
time of
but
the
there are
apocalypse
times when you can
is
survive too.
now.
Like what happened to World War.
All right. I'll go
There was
calm.
time when there could be a third one.
Uzume's turn.
If there's a
Yeah,
third one, then she's dead.
To the
I've had
sun.
3 in a row before.
Well, third time's the charm, right?
Maybe I pushed myself.
Wait,
I shall
really?
go forward.
Oh no, it didn't.
Kidding.
I thought for a moment she did it again.
Trolling.
So if she would have done it a 3rd time in a row, Netgear would have had a good small chance of living. And she did.
I no longer have doubt.
This fight is both lucky and unlucky at the same time. Unlucky on the AoEs, lucky that he's
Ooh,
surviving
bye-bye.
them.
Finally. She's done.
I'll rest for a bit.
That was
God,
really
that
terrible.
was-
Everything bad. Everything terrible is happening right now.
Apparently.
Here?
Is that a cursed or something?
I'll show you that I'm capable.
This is why I can never get
I
runs
like a
in.
younger sis like Neptune.
So people in chat, this is about what your average Z dimension looks like in a speedrun.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's because we're almost close to that sub-pro.
Here? Let's go to the dungeon.
This is what it looks like if you don't reset.
It's already gonna pass the 30-minute mark.
You probably would have reset 2 encounters by now. Because there's a lot of encounters. I mean, if you're IL grinding, or in an actual run.
Oh yeah. Letting you know now, V2R is coming out this spring, so yeah.
Like a bunny. Don't
Charlie.
underestimate me because I'm a CPU candidate.
Who's hyped for V2R?
I shall
Shout out to the Z version son if it got met.
right?
If I had more cash, I would be hyped. Like, kinda.
Maybe I should
If anyone's hyped for V2R, are you going to give VR specifically for it?
And narrating the blonde scene.
I will.
What am I doing? I'm supposed to transform with Nepgear.
I guess we have to do this. All right. Into the
To be honest, first thing I would do if I had a VR is stick around in VR chat for a little.
Finally.
I no longer have doubt.
Forgot to set Netgear's combos.
Push myself too much.
I admit that's the only reason I got
All right.
VR chat.
I no longer have
Might as well
doubt.
Garber for.
I shall.
Why did you forget Neptune's combos? I thought you set them at the beginning of the Oh, she got more moves, that's why.
I no longer have doubt.
Yeah, I might as well just Garber for and let Big Nep do all the work.
I.
All right.
Okay, there you go. You redeemed yourself, Netgear.
Going here. Going here.
And now the game is generous to not give me encounters during that time. Okay, I see how it is.
Like a bunny.
I myself will be getting the rebirth make either way, but I don't know if I'm looking forward to it until more details are announced.
Yeah, for that we need details to see if it's even worth.
Give me more
Yeah.
content.
Like, we know it's coming to PS4, but if it's coming with the Unreal Engine, then I'll be hyped. But if it's the exact same game, I'm gonna buy it, but I won't be happy about this purchase. I just
That'd be a dumb purchase, but still I'll buy it.
Like a bunny.
there's enough differences in V2R, plus having the virtual reality
Like a bunny.
built in.
Plus, you
It'll
load
make me-
MK2's combat.
I'll fly
It'll make me
without this dummy.
want to get VR. And plus, I'm
Well, I
buying a
sure- I
VR
just-
just for it.
I sure as heck load MK2's combat. Oh,
Me, Mark 2's combat takes some getting used to.
yeah,
I no
but
longer have doubt.
Finally.
Sadly, it was my first net flat.
To the specimen book.
oh my god.
I no longer have
My first net flat was Rebirth 2.
All right. Into the
There I say flat, but I have it on Steam, so this isn't a flat, but you know.
I won't hold back.
Fine.
I guess we have to do this.
Let's.
I won't hold back. I no longer have
Finally. The fuck
Done with that.
here?
Some of the main differences between V2 and V2R is some of those
I'll show you
visual novel style cutscenes that was in V2, they're going to be actual cutscenes in V2R.
There's only
Oh,
one
yeah.
cutscene. There's only one additional cutscene in V2R, actually. sadly.
Going here?
And you're forced to
thought
do both Hyper and Heart Dimension routes and near the end. You're forced to do them both.
Yeah, but I mean, they added one new cutscene to it.
To be
One.
honest, I like that you have to do both.
Go ahead and rely on me.
Because I thought you would should do one and then the other would be forced in later, but no, you only do one and normally do, and it kinda sucks because you need to do New Game Plus to the other half. It actually sucks more if you do Hyperdimension first, because all of the
I totally forgot to buy
ultimating-
healing grasses.
Let's go.
Rip.
One-on-one.
Compa rip.
Let's go.
because all of the Uzume things you only see really in Hard Dimension arc, and it kinda sucks that again you need New Game Plus to see the other half.
So they try and say hyperdimension route is the route you take on normal.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Good
why
enough.
am I going back to base?
Let's go.
I never actually got to see the Heart Dimension cutscenes until I was testing which route is faster for speedruns.
I just did the Hard Dimension in my New Game Plus because I hadn't done it before.
For your first playthrough new game, they try and say that do hyperdimension first for Ascent will be good ending, and then hard dimension for true.
I remember at one point Z-Fresh was wanting to make a separate category where you do Heart instead of Hyper.
That is what
No.
I actually did in that order, but it wasn't because of any goals, it was just because I did it that way. Because when I did first playthrough, I was like, okay, where's most of my damage?
calmly.
Yeah, it went to Hyperdimension. I'm going to Hyperdimension. Screw you guys, I'm going to Hyperdimension where my damage is.
Spiral dream.
Because my casual party was Uni, Bisha, Worm and Ram, so yeah.
Oh no.
I guess we have to do this.
I can't remember my casual party.
Ah, shoot.
Uzume's turn.
All I know is even in the mid 40s, the CPUs still gave me trouble.
Yeah, the CPU fight is probably the worst fight casual.
Spiral. Finally.
not knowing any special things like speedruns know now, even the first version of the fight before the current strat, still, it was probably the hardest fight in
She didn't AoE once. You got good Dark Purple one. That part
I
Dark
think
Well,
Purple.
you can probably compare it to Final R4 Dragon in Vanilla.
I think the reason why it's this hard is just because all of them spam AoE and EXE skills like no tomorrow.
Yep. They
Which
have
is,
unlimited them.
which is kinda cheap given that you have all these constraints and the enemies are stone.
The bomb's Zillia run started like 6 minutes ago.
Oh wow. That's a 3-ish hour run.
Wait, the bomb is doing a Cilia?
The bomb is in our Tales of Zillia map.
Yeah, I just noticed when I looked on the sidebar of Switch.
Oh god. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna have to
We're gonna have to stall.
It's gonna be hard.
we're gonna have to show like the ending credits of this game, the opening
We're gonna
credits
have
of
to stall
American
ADF at the end.
Honestly,
Well,
I like the.
we can watch the ending cutscenes of ADF.
Yeah, and the end credits because I love Bar God's end credits music.
It's been a while since I've heard them. I'll get to hear them again because we're going to be stalling for time.
Reminds me, I need to go back to the game and finish Evil Goddess Route.
That route is such a pain if you're still under level 100.
Yeah, it is. I'm noticing that it is, but the good thing is you can get by.
Really?
Yeah. We'll talk about that when we get
When you
there.
get there. Yeah. It's something good to talk about, given that New Game Plus is New Game Plus.
Yeah. For now, we'll talk about how Aurora's in the middle of the quest for Truan.
Neptune Route.
PSD's extermination.
Yeah, Neptune's fluent requirements are probably the most annoying to get because of how specific they are timing wise.
Yeah, that CPU versus Shaw fight is a forced loss. Yes, Pikachu.
Yeah, you cannot
You
win that
can't
fight.
even win it at 999.
If you ever take the time to look at their stats, they have max stats. All of them.
Yeah, you can beat them at 999, but it requires some setup.
The hardest boss.
And even if you do beat them, you don't get a lot of experience. That's such a troll.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
cutscene difference. The story still goes on like this.
It's like how the killer scene in Rebirth 2 works. It's a fight you can lose, but you win it anyway, and you get nothing for it.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Same thing with the unwinnable R4 on Victory.
I think all unwinnables have it like that. But it's nice that, assuming you have a scope... Wait, can you even have observation scopes at this point?
Observation scopes are useless.
I have no idea.
I know they are useless, I was just wondering. But then again, in that fight, it isn't like you will be alive more than one turn. Because the worst boss losses are those where you live and think you can win, but really can't. But luckily, on first place,
Yeah,
we did that
Pikachu,
time,
the
and
CPUs were supposed to lose against the Shards because the game industry history got rewritten.
Now that you
That's how the
think about it, the observation scopes are first in the dungeon where Nepgear is solo. I think that's the first time you see them.
To be honest, I rarely use them.
You
even
can
when
get
I
them.
have-
You can get them as soon as you start the game.
Oh, really? It's been a while since I picked up the non.
They don't cost that much, and they're pretty much in the shop.
Of course, they don't cost too
Yeah, they're
much.
only like $100, right? 100 credits.
Yeah, I think it's on credit, but since all they do is show you enemy data, which is really never helpful.
I never do that on anything, even in Fairy Fencer where it's actually helpful.
In Fairy Fencer, I only do the analyze
I forgot
to
to
see the
send
guard
mascots.
state, because that's how all my boss fights go.
We were blathering on it. We were all
Fairy Fencer are pretty much just weak to most of them anyway. So it's not even like you need to analyze.
Nah, I only analyze so I see the gauge so I can arrange avalanche attacks. But back to Neptunia, why do we stop the Fairy Fencer at a time? We should be focused.
Because we're coding different games that are similar.
This is good and good RNG for the delinquent cats.
While we were talking about those observation scopes, forgot to make sure Aurora got that very easy to miss cutscene.
Yeah, Neptune's requirements are all very hard, very annoying, because if you go one story segment too far, the cutscene's gone, or the quest is gone, and then you can't get it anymore.
Shout outs to the IF for 60 minutes good.
I'm proud, Aurora.
And I think now we are working our way to, what was it, 65% share? Or something? I know Neptune has a ridiculously high amount of shares she needs.
Like 60%.
Something like that.
I don't ever pay attention to the shared number.
Actually, I only know the share number because I read
because the
that
share number
guide.
doesn't actually get shown in V2.
Yeah, I never get shown. I only know the numbers from a guide I have read on the trending when I did it casually.
Yeah, don't forget to save before Planet Park.
Yeah. Good idea.
That's a good reminder from Aaron. It hasn't happened in a marathon yet, but it could sometime.
I gotta put an SP charger on IF because I need her lost elfiness for the mob.
Now then, who wants to die? It's my turn.
For those that don't know, Planet Park has the rare crash in it. Isn't it caused by an enemy following you a specific way or something?
We don't know. We don't know what it's caused exactly. It's just at any point if an enemy is walking in your direction, the game just freaks out for some reason. It can happen on New Game Plus as well, though it's more rare. It's just the game does not like an enemy walking in your direction in Planet Park, and it's a hard crash. It'll take you right back to the PS4 menu.
Wow. That sounds like one of the dumbest reasons the game can crash that I've ever heard.
There's probably some scientific reason in the code, but we haven't took apart yet because it's so rare.
That's not a dumb crash. You can thank OG FFF for that reason why it's dumb enough.
Since this game borrowed a bunch of stuff from the Fairy Fencer series, and it added its own little NEP version to make it like similar to, but legally distinct from.
On credits there. Okay, alright, got it. Got the ZZ Dream.
Domo arigato, Mr. Domo.
Fresh not helping.
Every game needs a skip cutscene button because sometimes when you die to a boss, it's annoying having to rewatch them.
Yeah, the old NEP games don't have it, but original Fairy Fencer has it.
Yeah, that's one of the things V2 took. Another thing that V2 took from Fairy Fencer was the skippable cutscenes, and so far V2 has been the only NEP game to have that instant skip feature. I'm hoping that for future games they'll keep it.
Or they could add it to Rebirth 1 Plus and make it extremely faster than
that's giving Idea Factory too much credit.
To be honest, the biggest problem in the Rebirth games in terms of speed is that some cutscenes, if you just press the skip button, they actually crash on you.
That's shoddy PC version right there. Well, except for Rebirth 1. That's actually a pretty solid port, minus the being one of the 2 or 3 NEP games with an actual glitch in it.
Like, I don't know if it is even possible in 1 to happen. I know for a fact it can happen in 2. I had it casually many times. That when the background is still loading and the game gets the order to load another background, then it crashes.
Yeah, it does that mostly on AMD as well, but AMD doesn't crash.
It does it on Intel too.
Intel GPU.
I think
Thanks
the
for friendly
point
reminder, Aaron.
But still, AMD suffers from slow loads.
Aaron's the G. I didn't even think of the Planet Park crash because I was so involved in just talking.
I think the point in Rebirth 2 where that often happens is at one point we switch to his draw for a few lines and then switch back, and that switch is so short the background never loads if you have the skip button on, so it's really dumb.
Okay, Steve Max could be a douchebag here because Shadowbind and just AoEing everywhere.
Yep, this can be one of the easiest fights, or it can be one of the toughest fights. No AoE, he is actually very, very.
Got the crease.
But if he gets you trapped in bind,
yeah, bind is annoying in this fight because you do not have range.
If you shadow
Hey,
bind,
you didn't do it. This fight's free. All right, he's dead. Now that was a good Steam X.
as long as you don't die from AoE or get binded, then this is way more free than almost any fight in Zero Dimension.
Or a Mega Warachu.
I mean, what do you expect from an
Yeah,
inset
same.
pawn books as a last resort?
Yeah,
Mega
it's the same.
Warachu is free as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, no Shadow Bind, no dying from EXE. Steam Max is about the same freeness as Omega Warachu.
So close.
Bisha is another story though. Bisha can shoot whoever the fuck she wants.
Yeah, you gotta absolutely
And she
do
shot
your
him.
best.
That was a
You gotta-
good one.
you gotta absolutely do your best to keep your characters far away from each other.
Yeah, because she has AoE and she uses it everywhere.
And
So
she one shots everyone.
I noticed something interesting in all the sharp fights, and I don't know why it is, but I have an idea of why it is. Her attack charge your EXE gauge. They just do. I think it's because she is a party member later and weird coding or something. But her attack charge your EXE gauge. It's weird. And it
No.
counts for all the
Rat
stuff.
Noir story, the worst. One of the worst stories.
What can we say about Noir story that hasn't been talked about yet?
Yeah, Flame
But
Fire
that's
they
been
could turn.
talked about? No
and-
idea, but
He safety saved everybody. We're good.
of course he saves. Noir
Yeah,
Storm
hey.
has potential soft lock in it.
Let's
So
go.
of course we are saving.
No, it's not because of the South Viking, it's everything else to do with the last story. The South Viking is hardly an issue.
Yeah, soft blocking can be an issue casually, not on a speedrun, I don't imagine.
This is the reason why Flame Fenrir against Noir, he's dead because her luck is trash.
But
Yeah, if you don't run first turn from a Flame Fenrir, kiss your Noir butt goodbye.
You're
yeah,
going
because
back to the
you
beginning
cannot
of this
find it.
ending.
See,
Yeah.
for some reason, they put every CPU at level, except for Neptune, I think Neptune's whatever level you left her off at the ZR, but
Yeah.
every CPU is at 24. But for some reason, they chose Noir to be at level 22,
If
and by herself.
Oh
If
boy.
anyone should be 22
Oh my
by all
God.
logic, it
That was
should
close.
be Vert.
Come on, Fenrir.
Like,
Oh my
like
God.
seriously, by all
Okay.
logic, Vert should be the 22, not
Fenrir
Noir.
Fiesta.
Yeah, Vert would,
Fenrir is.
Oh my god.
a level 22 for Vert would be easier at the beginning, but that would cause a
Esha,
lot
that
of
would
trouble.
cause a problem.
Yeah,
I'm not saying this because of gameplay reasons, I'm saying it because Vert is in her room all day when she's allowed to.
Yeah, that's bad
no,
damage.
Oh, that Flame
that logic
Fenrir.
is true. He tried his best. He tried.
Twice, but out of range.
Every enemy in this game has a range, that, as you can probably imagine, and if you walk outside that range, they
don't
can't
care.
get you.
They can be a centimeter in front of your face. If you're out of range, they don't care anymore.
You don't exist.
But you can't trust large hit.
Since Noir's luck is so bad, if you get in an overworld encounter, it is faster to just fight it out instead of trying to run. It'll obviously be faster if you can run first try, but it'll be faster to just fight them in the long run because your odds of escaping first try are incredibly slim.
Speaking of encounters, we are in one.
Also, just talking to Keisha.
Oh my god, people are gonna spam Keisha already, aren't they?
Yeah, can we get some Keisha to spam?
Oh my god.
Keisha personally wasn't much of an issue casually, but then again I probably overtrained for that.
Did you level grind?
Yeah, I've always hated S-Shaw way more than
I
K-Shaw.
forgot
K-Shaw
what
still
level
is
I forgot what level I was in the fight, or if I just used items to heal myself a lot.
Because you need to have the disc that heals you, and you need to make sure you have all the good item drops to survive Keisha 1.
Yeah, K-Shaw 1 in the speedrun is so difficult that we are required to buff our defenses and get a disc that heals our HP per turn, just so we can have a chance of beating her. If she spams her EXE,
chance.
Yeah, she loves her EXE. And if you get on the first turn, you might as well just start over. I mean, you can still win from that, but if you get on the first turn, just give up. But obviously, you don't want to see her spam it at any time.
Wow.
And even if she just crits, for each of her attack crit.
That's not enough Keisha deer. You guys are being bad. I need more Keisha deer.
Okay, now Uni's in the party, thank god, because she has higher
I got you,
luck.
fam. I got you, fam.
I can do better. My man, I can do better.
That gives me the Endeavor copy paste.
Copy.
Easy copy
You're amateurs.
What? Oh my god, Uni, you failed me.
12,
you
24,
failed me?
32! Holy moly.
Copy paste for the win.
Wins.
That was the worst encounter time.
Oh yeah, how many healing whatever they're called, did you get? 1 or 2?
I got 1 healing pod, that's not good.
Ooh, that's... Ooh.
We gotta get the healing rain now.
We gotta bless RNG that healing rain, or else
I forgot what I was doing, I was supposed to hunt jellies.
2 healing rain or wits, so we're doomed.
Honestly, I hate the fact that the other routes are like, hey, you know all those items you have as Neptune? Yeah, you don't anymore. They're gone.
Money is gone too, which is so bad. Even in it affects even New Game Plus. In New Game Plus, you don't have no money or items for those characters.
To be honest, that is one of the 2 things that annoyed me about not having my Neptune inventory. A, that I didn't have money in the other routes, but I had scouts, so that was managed especially. B, that I don't have the breaker item, because when you get teased by these blocks in a dungeon where it's like get all treasures for hidden treasure, I'm like, game why? Just game why?
That's
I want
why
to get this done.
you save that for Art Dimension. Or
I could have interrupted Cho, but I chose not to.
Yeah, I know that's why you save it up, but it's just still that it's still annoying when you know you want to do it.
I did it! Me and Cho are the Keisha Pyramid Masters.
I forgot to set Uni's combos. I gotta set that.
HD Pyramid.
Okay, my lead after I made a damn paste in. God damn it.
I remember that my Uni turned into an EXE generator at some point.
That's like everyone's first playthrough, is turning her into an EXE generator.
Her and Bisha both.
Oh, I got absolutely nothing. Okay, absolutely nothing. Scouts, come back.
Oh wow, that was an instant defeat for people, dude.
You see an instant wall of Keisha. What?
Go read my basement and then look if I have to change anything in there. I just want you to proofread.
Go read your basement.
Yeah. ECG updates.
There's something interesting about the encounter tiles that nobody ever uses, but it is a thing. If you want to, you can go on any encounter tile and then press X on it, and you can force encounter.
Press F for Keshadiri respects.
But these forcing an encounter that way is only really helpful if you have a quest and don't feel like entering the dungeon for said quest, which is like 2 quests in the entire game that are on encounter tiles doable.
Where it says the timer must be shown on your live stream is proof in general ZFresh, maybe you should, for people that don't know, should have an example of what program they should use.
Okay.
So ideally, you want to use live split as your time for most games. But there are other ways.
Also, the timer must show on your machine.
You must have a visible timer on at all times. And no big giant no big giant skips in the video that can happen if you stream directly from the PS4. I learned that the hard way. Except Aaron is still experiencing that.
I'm surprised there's no clips of the HDN Marathon yet. Like nothing like did anything funny happen?
Yeah, the ending of Cyber.
Oh my god.
I think about the entire run of Cyber was worthy.
Oh. I got 2 healing rains. Cool.
There we go. We have a small chance now. We went from a 0.001 to about 1 chance now.
Yay.
Ideally, you want 2 healing pods more than 2 healing rains because pods heal 2,000. Rains only heal 50%, and at this point in the game, 50% of your health is less than 2,000.
Okay, so I'm going to name my first desk
Aaron staring.
Aaron staring, sipping.
Decide now, hurry.
First thing posted in the chat's what his disc is.
Aaron staring it is then.
That's some bullshit. I had never there.
No, it doesn't count, see?
That's some bullshit.
It doesn't count.
As soon as I saw ZFresh's Nippa and then he was like, Aaron staring it is, I was like, whoa, hold on a second.
I think, okay, the second one's gonna be Nepa.
No, too late. I don't care anymore.
To be honest, I am
in
really
case your desk could be clip worthy. Yeah, you're right, Chuck.
To be honest, I'm really happy how they changed the disc system. For one, making idea ships more key items than just consumables, which is really good for some of them. And for 2, just that you can name the disc. It's so annoying in other Rebirth games and you have to check the effects every time just to know what you just start. Then here I can just check, oh, that was a learning disc, oh, that was Lily Rank grinding disc, oh, this is the disc for Worm, the most OP character in the game casually.
I'm gonna buy life frags just in case Acacia kills me.
Fingers crossed that you don't get first turn EXE'd. Because that is the worst.
I don't want to hear your son freshness. Out of here. I'm going to eat. Baka.
Baka.
Baka, 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 baka!
One more line, okay. Ringo.
I think I missed a baka in there. I tried to copy
Probably.
or a split, so.
Baka, 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 baka.
Looks like an item.
Well, we're getting to Keisha now. and I
Are
got one
you
piece.
ready? Holy shit.
Honestly, the Golden Summits have like the best area music in this game.
Oh, Netbot's predicting no. Let's see if she's
I'm
correct.
scared.
You will not get first turn to EXE. It has been spoken.
Destroy them all.
Oh my god.
It has been spoken by Iron Jesus.
The wall of Keisha says no.
Go on the offensive.
Dude, the spam.
But that counts for every attempt. Out of every attempt it takes to beat her, we can't get a first turn on any of those attempts.
Correct.
I'll complete the mission.
EXE.
I wish
No
you
matter
luck.
who
Chris,
my opponent is, I'll mow them
Waiting,
down.
A corner fox.
Oh wow, I beat Keisha, but all my healing odds are gone.
Time to rest.
Not
Congrats!
good.
Oh no, all your healing up.
Yeah, it's all gone.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's gonna make the robot in Keisha 2 a bit more challenging. Especially Keisha 2.
I do have life frags.
But it is good. The Netbot did not lie. We're past one of the hardest fights in the game.
Maybe I needed a bigger wall.
Netbot knows the game.
Maybe I
Netbot
need a bigger
is
wall
the
of
game.
Keisha.
That was pretty much a terrible Keisha anyway, because she EXE'd 2 times. Okay.
But still, we have no items for the robot of Keisha too.
Oh boy.
Oh damn.
Uh-huh. The
I only have
RNG
7
strikes again.
I only have 7 healing grasses.
Well, Aurora's gonna get the Endeavor RNG for the Vert quest.
There's no enemy I can.
No matter who my opponent is, I'll mow them down.
Oh.
I'll be keeping a
Watch and learn what
We should just use the bot to predict
my
if
opponent.
what's gonna happen and see how many times it's correct versus how many times it's wrong.
There's no enemy I can't.
now it's my turn.
I'll be keeping a close.
No matter who my
Alright, for this robot, the M gear, you ideally do not want to use too much of your
There's no enemy.
SP on it. You want to save all your SP for the next fight. So it could be ideal sometimes to try
I
and
ideally
poison.
get a poison prop.
I'll be keeping a
Poison in this game helps a lot.
Oh,
Who's
really?
my opponent?
Now it's
Like
my
I've got
turn to
instances
go on the
where you
offensive.
get poisoned first time, and then you never get poisoned again.
Gone mad. Then I'll believe in myself and fight.
Or you just never get poisoned.
But I've never seen someone save all their SP for K-Shaw. This would be an interesting K-Shaw 2 fight.
Don't worry, I'll snipe her. Kept you waiting.
Finish it this turn.
Or playing it safe.
It's my turn.
I played the guard game.
That one's the next target. I wish you
Now
luck.
who's my opponent?
Oh, that's a good first turn.
Let's finish.
There's the first turn EXE, just on the wrong K-Shaw.
I'll finish it this turn.
I'll end this.
That wasn't on you, this wasn't on a...
I'll complete our
Oh
mission.
my
I'll snipe
god.
her.
Would want to keep it to Noir taking all the hits.
If he could do the next cosplay cam is during Neplali's
Finish this.
Producing Perfection run.
You
He'll
can
be
vote.
Destroy the
He'll be either Neptune or Netgear.
Why are you asking a question like how will he do on the
Destroy them all.
first battle?
I'll snipe her.
Clearly Netbot told you to check Google. Good luck.
Poison.
Yeah, we go check one of his previous runs. Check.
Ah, the bot is you better. I hated that fight. Casually, it's probably the dumbest fight that exists.
I'll end this race.
Oh, really?
Because we have been
Yes or no.
Because we have been talking about how every boss loves to spam their EXE, yeah, the
Okay,
Oh,
Keisha
I
2's
thought
done.
we were in a loop. I
It's
thought we
over.
were in a loop there for a minute. A revival loop.
I had enough items, thank god.
survival loop. I
GG
remember
Aurora made it past
Let's finish this.
one of the biggest
I
gatekeepers.
forgot to put
this
Uni
game
on
has.
2 though. So she could run away.
Let's go.
Oh, of course.
Greedy.
One of the biggest soul destroyers.
Don't worry, that was it. Okay, time to rest.
Invest.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I ever finished what I was explaining. Yeah, during the producing perfection run, there's a bid war to if Neplolly will cosplay as Neptune or Nepgear, but he'll. I think right now the only
After the others.
one I've seen points go to is Gear, so
Neptune's in the lead, I think.
Tune is in the lead. I've only ever
Yeah.
seen his Neptune cosplay. I didn't even know he had a Nepgear.
He recently got his Nepgear one.
Okay, now long
For the
story.
marathon.
Maybe I'll
Long
read it.
story.
Oh man, can I get the E jump? Even though it saves frames.
Save this frame, my dude.
I would laugh if I get credit bill again.
Fighting is such a waste
Yeah.
of time.
That's going to be my strats when I'm starting this game again. I decided I grind out the credit bill for true.
I almost
I'm not
died.
going to do it the normal way.
Blind ions.
Yeah. I'll eventually go back to those now that the
Really?
cutscenes.
Best girl IO runs.
That I kid you not. That is the exact reason why I grinded her IL for over 40 hours because she's the best one.
That's dedication right there.
I would have never grinded Neptune's, Noirs, or Bert's IOs that long.
I remember Cat.
No,
I
I didn't
remember
get it.
Cat.
I whiffed.
The moment I got the selection of stories and saw that Worm is in this route, I jumped to it, no question asked. Because I thought at the point that you start with one and can then use the one to help the others instead of being the actual route that we got. So I just jumped to Worm because I was like, yeah, I can have Worm, I can actually do things, I can murder with Worm.
Fresh is not happy with the insert name jump fail.
Damn.
Good.
What up, June? This is pretty much a parody game, like one of those games that people make up. That is why it looks like a Super Mario wannabe game. Any other questions?
It also has Nintendo sounding like music. So great, except for when you hear it for 6 hours straight.
Totally not copyright. Look at it. Look at the blocks. They're not even following the actual pattern.
This isn't copyright. What are you talking about?
This is similar to but legally distinct from Mario.
That is not
Call it
Bowser, by the way.
Neptunario.
Those turtles you see, they're not Koopas.
Oh, that's every ever enemy asset.
What a wimp.
That's not a pipe. It's look. Pipes don't walk. I'm just letting you know that.
That's not a pipe, that's a plummet.
This fight he's doing right now, you can die in this fight.
Ooh, I got 1,500 credits.
careful.
That's nice. Thanks, Scouts.
They're Koopa on steroids. I believe that.
Yeah, this
And
fight has
And those plummets are cosplayers.
And be sure to respawn the second Fenrir.
Oh yeah, I'm already set in position for it.
Alright.
Yeah, those fights where the two cats and the two pipes. They have like a 25% chance of defeating you if any of those enemies live your skill, and any of the four can live a skill.
Oh,
But
really?
They have to be Koopas on steroids or it's gonna be copyright. That's how they avoided it.
I forgot to buy an eject button, so walk of shame.
And they remade them with extra layers, of extra spikes.
Oh, eject buttons. Yeah, it's easy to forget those when you think you have them, but then, oh wait, you don't have your inventory.
Looks like you've decided.
This fight right here. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, I forgot what I was gonna
Nah,
say.
you're fine. Oh, you forgot what you were gonna say. This fight right here, you get Ram and Ram finally on your team, so you know it's gonna be an easy fight.
What am I doing?
Yeah,
I'm
the
supposed
moment
to
Rom
beat these
joins the
Chocobos.
team, you win. Honestly, casually, I was like, game, let me get them already, please. Why aren't they in the town anymore?
Oh no, I got back attack. No,
And then you get them here, and I'm actually happy because again, Worm is broken.
Could you heal me
Yeah, loving the story. They play the game of, hey, they're over here, but when Blonde goes over there, they're not there anymore. So you go over there and they're not there anymore. Blah blah blah.
And the player gets really annoyed with that, especially when they have played other games and know how good they are. Like, that moment where I have any problem with any enemy in story is just because in story they are weaker than Blanc. In gameplay they are not. In gameplay they are the strongest characters in my opinion.
In gameplay they can defeat Blanc if they wanted to, because Blanc's shoddy magic defense.
In gameplay they are the strongest enemy characters. I think they're the only
in gameplay they're weak physical things.
Yeah, their defense is garbage, but they can nuke everything. The only enemy in the entire game that they cannot defeat is Dark Green.
Oh yeah.
She's the only one they can't defeat on their own. Because
remember that name? Dark Green.
I remember wondering why my attacks were doing 0 damage. I was so
as long as she doesn't paralyze. I'm okay now. You are.
You won't be.
Honestly, when I fought her and it's like no damage, it's like, what is this? Why are they doing no damage? I think then
I got crit Bell! And he ran anyway. Okay, whatever. I didn't kill him. I did not kill him.
Fucking credit Bill.
He guarded, and I didn't beat him. Okay, whatever.
Coming
it
up,
always happens.
Coming up, we're gonna have a series of fights that are gonna be made a good bit easier thanks to a little exploit by putting characters in the top left, or a character in the top left part of the screen. If it will despawn one of the 2 Fenrirs, thus making it a ton easier. Yeah. Apparently you just place a character where the second one spawns, so he won't have nowhere to spawn.
It's pretty hard to actually beat the 2 Fenrirs.
I thought you couldn't interrupt enemy spawns, period, just because of how the enemies have their own area in the formation section.
The only despawn lane.
This fight right here, if any of these birds live your skill, just pray they don't. That's the only thing I can say. Just pray they do not live a skill. It's not impossible to recover from them living a skill, but they will make your life 10 times harder. Right.
Understandable, because for some reason, to be honest, this is the one thing I do not understand in the entire story. Blanc, you know that Roman Ram can hold their own. You have seen them fight. Why are you alone here? I don't get it. Why? Why aren't they with you? They're more damage than you.
They are with her in the story.
Yeah, but why aren't they in the group?
Because Sisha takes them.
She says like it won't protect them, but you know they could have refused.
They could have.
Neptune or Blonde, honestly Neptune. Blonde wouldn't have let them, but
Rom's attached to Sisha.
Going back to the fight at hand, you let Blonde die on purpose because it is faster. Just before anybody asks in chat, Blonde dies because it's faster.
I'm gonna make a Blonde rep emote.
Is it because we don't need her later, or why is it faster? Oh, why? Because she has no damage in this fight.
She's very low health at the start of the bits, anyways, and you don't really need her levels.
Got the encounter before the golden tower. This is
good. The encounter before the gold tower. They have skill seal.
Oh boy.
I might as well just I'm gonna duke it out.
If they skill seal any of the Rom or Ram, it's done. I'm gonna have to go back to town.
I'm good. I'm good. And for some reason, Rom's the leader.
One leader, that's a good thing. That's always a good thing.
I wonder why Rom is the leader. I've never seen that before. I'm not gonna question it though.
Yeah, Yeah, around Candy.
I guess it's because of how I arranged my party.
Yeah, it is because of how you arranged. Because Sisha was in the top for you, and she left. Swarm is leader
yeah,
now.
right.
Rock is dead, by the way, so it shifts the leader.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
In fact, it shifts the leader, and then the fact that Sisha leaves, it puts Spawn on top.
To be honest, the only thing that's sad about Order Going Towers is how we never used the golden area that you saw in the Acacia cutscene as a boss fight arena. Because it looks so cool! Why don't we use it? I know the answer is probably because they were lazy and didn't want to design a fight area for the Swarm boss fight, but at the same time, why can't we use it?
They invested in the VR.
You would think maybe it's in V2R, but I don't think it's in V2R either.
No, the golden powers are exactly the same.
God damn it.
They had a chance to fix it, they didn't, because I'm used to Idea Factory.
They need zero dimension.
Ooh, that was almost perfect. That was almost perfect.
I mean, Zero Dimension more dark. Yeah, they just
Didn't target the CPU candidates once.
Nice.
Oh, that's perfect RNG. You just
And I have a lot of money too, so I'm good.
The only other thing that would make it absolutely perfect is if Whiteheart doesn't die. Oh, he had one more attack left before Whiteheart died.
Wow.
Let's aim for a no damage clear.
We're doing a pretty good job remembering the daydreams.
So this is where you're going.
Yeah.
That is very easy to forget at any moment in this game. Is just forgetting those daydreams.
Yeah. I remember that I literally, first thing I did in any WoW, do the daydream. Do everything you can to do the daydream, then worry about the rest.
May we head towards the... Now, let us depart this.
The good thing is, once you have the daydreams, there is no way that you are missing true ending anymore. Because if you're missing true ending after getting the daydreams, you are in bad ending, my friend.
Leap. Jump.
Oh no, you're not in bad ending, you're in good ending.
No, you're not, because the last trigger after the daydreams is all the CPU dreams. And if you don't get the CPU dreams, you are in bad ending.
Oh no! If yes, you are. I was about to say something extremely retarded. Just ignore me. I'm starting to feel the effects of tiredness.
No problem, son. Which is why, if you want to do all achievements, you basically have to do a New Game Plus anyways. Which is recommended anyways for achievement hunters because of all the flags you get in New Game Plus. Like, if you want all achievements in this game, do yourself a favor and do a New Game Plus.
I'm gonna wait till my scouts come back. How galore.
Yay, I'm almost to my legendary pity.
Oh no, legendary pity, I haven't had a mythical pity.
Hey, yeah.
500 credits, really.
Yeah, pity values in the TCC?
This is the one.
Yeah, what'd you say?
I didn't know we have pity values in the TCC.
The pity value has always been there.
It used to be just legendary, but now it's every rarity.
Was it just legendary? Because it was a pity for mythical and...
Interesting.
No, pre-update it was just legendary.
But
Current
yeah,
updated, it's super,
pity
ultra,
was
and
also nerfed.
Yeah, it's made differently. It's extremely weird. I'm not even going to attempt to say exactly what went to the nerf.
Oh.
So technical, and my brain will self-destruct if I try.
You'd be leaking TCG information as well.
I know. I realized that as well.
Thank you for being concerned about me.
I gotta go to the other side of the bridge anyway, so I can pick up that item.
Halo Forest. Achievement hunters hate this place because of all the time they spend in it. And I'm completely honest, when I did the CPU card collection, I got myself HDN so I don't have to reload everybody twice. By thus causing the item value to never go down anymore.
You gotta vote, not war.
Which war?
See, Fresh doesn't even know his own bed war.
I didn't make the code.
No.
I was trying to experiment.
Experiment.
Might as well put every single one of my points into the same thing as you first did.
I need 2
I
more
don't have
cobras,
too many
4 more
points.
rabbits.
English beam.
It would have been interesting if Neptune would have taken some of Neptune's inventory and just brought it to birth.
Send it by carrier pigeon.
Basically.
Or, you know, you could choose what to take.
Or maybe just take half of Neptune's money and bring it to birth.
Well, they could here choose 2 items to take over or something.
Something
Nope.
like that.
But they made it realistic because
Or
you know,
it's like, here's half of your inventory for her. For Netgear.
yeah, they made. I get what they did. Make it realistic, like there's no way these characters would have been able to get in touch and take any of Neptune's items, but still, in a gameplay perspective,
could have taken half of it.
yeah, you know.
But here's
But that'll
one.
only be for Vert's route.
Yeah, here's one stupid thing about the routes though. When they merge back together, you do not get money for any items you have.
What the fuck, W, dog? All this went straight into English voices. Vanilla. Oh
The
my
Nep
God.
stacker making sure English meme happens.
Wait, what?
Out of the way, everyone in the chat. We have
Wow.
W Dog
Oh my god.
loves platinuming Nep games.
Well, Nep English is a thing. Look at these points. These points. Do you
Same.
have any incentives still running, or are they all done? The stuff bit was at this point.
Incentives will stay running.
Omega Quintet incentives will end at victory during Rebirth 3, which is the beginning of it. Perfection will end during Omega Quintet, and producing perfection will end in hyperdimension submissions.
Ah, so it's just bit was at this point.
Pretty much.
I'm terrible.
We're still adding Miku Stare to the FFZ, and we're still watching the ending of
Z-Fresh
V2R.
narrates Bond's dream.
Those are the only 2 left.
Pretty much very Spencer F is the gatekeeper, and your last bets, starting bets for certain ones.
We're gonna do the grinding strat now.
But out of all 4 CPUs, Bert is the only one that we grind for because of S-Shaw. You don't have to grind,
But that's Cho strats.
but if we'll say it this way, if you're a masochist, don't grind. If you are if you have a sane a sane brain, you do some grinding.
That is a bad edge strat anyway, plus you need your money for true event.
Yeah. I can't even do it anyway. Oh my god, Nepgear, why'd you miss both of them?
Yeah, random misses suck. I had it today in this guy where an attack just missed that I really needed to hit. It was stupid.
Yeah, all these games, idea factor and NIS, those
I'm gonna
avoidance
use my CPU chips to
and
heal.
accuracy is just broken, especially in the earlier NEPs. Avoidance and I forgot the name of the stat that determines your accuracy.
Tech.
Tech. tech and avoidance are severely broken in Mark II and Victory.
This isn't an arcade. Let's go.
Because you're never 100% guaranteed.
Yeah, especially in MK2 because you miss everything.
Even if you run away, you're not even 100% guaranteed to run away. You can have a level 999 character fail to run from a small dogu.
Like my MK2 run, that happened a lot.
You're at the beginning of the game. You can't run. You're like, okay, this is only the beginning. It's going to get better from here.
Yeah, in MK2, yeah, you can't run in MK2 until you get uni. Pretty much, guaranteed.
But yeah, with those 14k English voices are happening, and that's it.
Yeah, English is got wrecked by JP.
You could still bop it anyways.
Nah, I don't have the points for that. I'd rather spend them on booster.
Nah, that's a waste of points.
What's the difference?
English versus Japanese voices?
Yeah.
I mean,
15k.
Damn.
okay.
Wake me up when the run ends.
Wake me up in time.
I'm with you. Can't wake up. I'm with you on that, Zephyr.
Save me!
I'm from the north. He come. Okay.
Soul Destroyer.
That's enough memeing for the day. Except for Z-Fresh.
Soul Destroyer.
Z-Fresh has to meme every 5 minutes.
You're all terrible and I hate you.
Wow.
See? There's his meme for the 5 minutes.
God, I just remember I saw a lot of really funny Neptunia animations with weird things happening. God, I need to post these in the Discord later.
Yeah, if you found them again, you share them in the pics and gifs.
I think I already shared them at some point. I will check later.
This is where you're going.
Put it somewhere won't Aaron cop you in the ass.
My, what a wonderful item. Jump,
I resign in TTD discussion.
jump, 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 leap, jump, leap, jump, jump, leap.
I'm happy that they at least bothered to put the exits in different places when they reuse this first room, because every single Golden Summit has the same first room.
Oh, lean boxes, you know, they just move the move the portal.
Lean boxes, everyone else's is on the left, but for some
Lean
reason,
box
lean box
is more of a maze than the other two.
Yeah, until you hit New Game Plus, then it's a joke.
Especially when you need to find items in here for SP.
Oh god, I think... No, the dungeon didn't have no item hidden treasure, thank god. Because doing it in here is kinda painful.
One punch doggy in chat. Oh wait.
I shall go forth. Just kidding.
When's doggy skip next time?
Oh, right. Into the specimen book.
I don't think we
I
ever
tried
did.
and tried and tried to get that to work. I tried common methods used in other games. It just didn't happen. I tried pausing every frame
Okay, this is a bit.
while
That
walking
was
towards
a
the
good
marker.
Neptune.
It didn't work.
I don't think there's any way to sequence break a nap game just because of how the events work in general.
Like, I think Rebirth 1 does that?
Yeah, Rebirth 1 does that. If you check one glitch. You check one in chapter 2.
But it is one of the rare occasions.
When you skip one fight and you go straight to Killer Sheen.
We always talk trash about how Idea Factory and Compile Heart makes their games, but they do a good job making sure you do not sequence break them. That Dagu cutscene marker stretches all the way left to as far as the map goes, and it goes all the way to the right as far as the map goes. The only thing that hasn't been tested is if it goes under the map.
Yeah, there is no way casually that you can skip anything.
But
and
if that's the case, then it's just impossible to get under
Okay,
the
I'm
map.
level 30, so...
It'll still be interesting to know if it's a thing. Just like in the Zelda barrier skips, I'm always interested in seeing like how well did they make this barrier.
Oh yeah, barrier skip. I heard
well.
the story around all of barrier skip. God, that is a good skip.
Nephew, yeah. What barriers? Every barrier.
Yeah, Compile Heart and Idea Factory could. Well, no, wait, they didn't make.
Tamsoft doesn't know.
Tamsoft. Tamsoft needs to get some tips from Nintendo on how to make a barrier. Could you imagine?
Or Dynasty Warriors developers.
Could you imagine
any other Warriors game?
Do they have some barrier skips?
I don't think they do. I think their barriers are pretty tight. Unlike
Tamsoft needs to take some advice from Dynasty Warriors and Nintendo on how to make a Wind Waker style barrier.
Yeah, nothing is gonna break through that.
Especially the one in Noir, because it just requires one dash and you can just dash through the barrier. It doesn't even need any like camera angle, you just literally just dash through it.
Wow, that if you that sounds like Spyro levels of walls.
Yeah.
One of these days,
they're technically supposed to be walls, but they're not walls.
They're like there, but not there.
Yeah.
I know that in Spyro 1 at least, anything they thought the player can never get to, they never coded a wall into that place.
Keep your eyes front.
Like at all.
Watch the rear. All right, I'll go calm.
So you can just slide through a lot of things.
Prepare yourself. We have to do this.
See, even if there was a way to Dagu skip, I feel it would be just like Victory and the eject button skip. You can skip the bridge cutscene inside the dungeon before Mr. Bad. But if you do that, then the cutscene for Mr. Bad does not load. So
Yeah.
I have a feeling even if we can skip the Dagu fight, then the cutscene for Eshaw will not be there. So you're forced to fight the Dagus anyway.
Yeah, I assume that too. Because of how they do the triggers.
But I'm still curious to buy the PC version one day, learn how to disable physics, and just go under the map to see if the cutscene is triggered. Or even go up the map.
Here comes the source of money and I choose.
It's sometimes interesting messing around with cheat codes in games.
Oh, my Lanta.
I used to mess with a Game Shark on Pokemon all the time.
I did that too. I made 6 Vita those in Black and White too, and then used the friends to get them up to X and Y. It was good things.
I never did on the DS game, but on the Game Boy Advance games I did. It was really fun.
I had an power card, which is the only reason why I could do it.
Back to the game though.
Yeah, that's
It's very easy for me to get distracted. Right now, he is getting.
We are getting overpowered.
We're getting all the CPUs and CPU candidates together. And it looks like Aurora did the incredibly fast test skip on the Seashaw cutscenes there. He either mashed really fast or he did a method where you mash X and circle, so you slide your finger across those and you can skip those text boxes insanely quick. That's a trick I learned from the Mario Party games.
Oh, Mario Party, nice things. But I'm wondering what are we gonna have for our party now.
Next
that we
name
can
for the disc right now.
What's this gonna be making?
Oh, is
Wait.
this when you start working on the disk for the CPUs right
Well,
now?
this is what I do, but I don't think Strats do this. But
This will be my first time seeing how it's actually made. To be honest, I have still not even seen what goes into the disk.
I guess we'll name it.
Nepo, you said Nepo.
Yeah, Nepo. Okay.
Yeah, don't back off on that.
Okay. And what else? I'm just deleting. Oh my god.
Next disc is Neplunker Best Meme.
I second that.
Oh my god. Why did I sell those steel bracelet? I gotta buy it again. Power bracelet. I need the power bracelet to break stuff.
Yeah, like
Now I can
We
buy 10 of these. And
do
now
we
I'm
just break stuff for money, or why do we break stuff?
Because we can't progress without breaking.
Yeah, you're forced to
Oh
break
yeah, right. You need
one or
it in
two
the...
boxes.
You need to even progress through Athena phase.
Yeah, I forgot that FMX base has required boxes. I always forget that, even though that is like the one place you go to if you still need to break object achievement.
It's kind of funny that the bracelets are removed in V2R,
Yeah, you automatically break things in V2R on the start.
even metal ones. Anything at the level 2.
Neplunker best meme goes above the character limit. What about
Really?
Lunker best meme?
Neplunker Best Meme.
Neblanka. Casually, the Neblanka dungeon is really annoying, but easy once you are used to how it works.
Oh, we don't talk about Neplunker. Oh.
But we are,
Boy.
because it's going to happen.
To be honest, the most annoying thing in that one is just the height damage that you can take.
It's just it sends me back to flashbacks of my playthrough of Neplunker Z. It took me way too damn long.
I did my Neblanka. I did
Oh god,
most of my
flashbacks.
Neblanka things when I was waiting for scouts, honestly.
I remember that.
I reminded you of that.
Yes, you did.
That's Aaron.
That one step and you fall off and game over it. Neplunker.
When I freaking died right in front of that marker at the end because I thought something different. I'm like, ah.
Yes, it's so bad.
Basically, right now, what Aurora is doing, he's getting all the characters that can either poison, like Uni, or do elemental damage,
Okay, I
like
got
Ram Ram and Vert.
jumping
That's
star,
so weird.
and I can make this jump by the way. So shortcut.
Nice. Just so we avoid the stupid cape, because the cape. Breaking the cape is annoying, because even when you're behind the boss, you do not always hit the cape.
Yeah, the cape hitbox is not actually the back.
Where is it then?
On the sides.
Why is the cape at the...
Don't question it, it's an idea.
I
Yeah,
am not
the
sure.
cape hitbox is completely fucked.
Yeah, I hope that is fixed in V2. And
Don't
yeah,
I got a save
Because-
here.
Yeah, I remember my first playthrough, I was stuck for like 20 minutes attacking Afimojos over and over, and I was dealing no damage. I'm like, when is this cape going to break?
Poison turn
And it
1. GG.
never broke. I was until I switched to some elemental.
Poison.
I wasn't stuck just because I switched to Warm and Vent ASAP. Because Warm and
His
Vent...
armor's broken. This is godlike.
Yeah, it's bad, even though the next form CPUs are not even viable.
Isn't it
V2.
that next form
V2R.
doesn't give you extra stats over HDD?
Yeah, for anyone who got fooled just like me, contrary to popular belief, the the next forms in this game doesn't give you a stat boost.
What should I do?
It just gives you their ultimate ET.
That was
gives you-
flawless.
It reduces your SP usage, like, I think, if I remember correctly, like how
Why
much
can't I
SP
get that FMO
skill, each skill costs, which is good, and it gives you a next form only skill,
Which
but
is
it
bad.
does not give you
Now it's my
stat
turn to
boost,
go.
which is what I believe for the longest time.
Yeah, the dumbest thing about the next form EXE is that
Let's finish this.
it is not worth using in the slightest.
No, because then it just reverts you back to normal.
Worry.
Yeah, and the
Except for
damage.
bursts. Bursts can get you the trophy for the
Reverts
combo.
is a high hit count.
Yeah, Birds gives you the combo trophy, no question asked, because it's like 120 hits by itself. But everything else should never be used because it reverts you. So if you want to be back into next, you need to use 2 turns and 2 EXEs just to do it.
Shall I do?
I mean, I want to use Blonde EXE just for a reason because it's such a good EXE.
Let's finish
Yeah,
It's a
freaking Wiimote and the hat.
The hat.
The hat, man. I
The
fell in love
hat.
with that when I first saw a preview of their.
Oh, rip already now.
Hers was automatically my favorite.
Of course he
I choose you.
let's see.
Oh man, that DM is what cost me a good 10-minute PB on the bad end. And that's really when I started slowing down on my attempts for bad end, was after I died to Optimo Drop.
Now, what shall I do?
I was on a run where I didn't save and I didn't die. I first tried
Well, you guys get a
everything, so I was
treat.
like,
You guys get a treat. Enjoy.
I was like, you know, I didn't save anywhere else, so I'm not going to save here at Optimo Drop. I instantly
This is for you, Ox.
Me.
Ah, but I didn't damage him anyway. Okay. Whatever.
Ramen Ram meme.
I'm most likely gonna die.
Lose.
I did that anyway. Because I had enough, so I was like, okay.
The point of the meme was to do no damage. Oh,
You know, I don't get why that. Is that move considered physical?
I have no
If
idea.
it did no damage, then it probably is.
Yeah, that's probably physical. Damn it. Oh,
Why
well, you
is
guys
it
get to see it.
considered physical?
Just to screw with you.
I think it's because in this game it's not physical magical, it's element non-elemental, and this one is a non-elemental,
It's controversial meme.
which is kinda stupid given how Warm and Ram work, and you would think their formation skill would use that, but no. Hard dimension. The area with the best opening track out of the 3.
Oh my god, these encounters.
I only go 3 and I can't really pick one.
Oh yeah, when Z-Fresh does his V2R run, you're gonna hear the Nep Stampede.
Nep Stampede.
He has to unlock certain abilities just so he can use it. Weapons and armors actually do make a difference, buffs and debuffs do as well. Formation skills are OP if you update the version, but he's not gonna do it.
Oh yeah, right. Doesn't V2 VR put in a patch that makes skills actually viable later in the game? Because I know V2 skills do not scale with you, so at
Yeah,
some
they don't
point...
scale in the English version, but in the Japanese version they do. After you pass level 99.
Why did we never get that patch?
Like,
because they suck at giving us the patches.
Like, I don't get why we never got that patch, because it isn't even a language patch, it's a software patch. It isn't a language thing they need to patch, it's just code.
And that's why the 999 fights aren't in the game, because of that patch not being available to us.
I thought the 999 fight is in the game with DAC.
The other 999 fights that were in the patch.
Wait, there's just a good number of patches deleted. You can get in. Do you have V2? Like the combo patch.
There's a combo patch? What did that do?
You get a bonus for every 50 hits. You get a bonus in experience.
Oh yeah, that one. And our bonus doesn't work.
Yeah, bonus stops after 4 or 5 times. Which means our maximum amount of experience we can get is like 20 million, 25 million per battle. And the maximum Japan can get is, I think, 75 to 100 million per battle. It makes grinding a 999 way faster. Although for speedruns, you don't really need to do that, but casually a lot of people like grinding their files to 999.
Would still be faster
Some people do that.
because it's scaled, so it would just one shot.
Yeah, in V2 I don't, because grinding this is a pain. Like seriously, you only have one fight to really grind in, and the EXP is barely any once you hit like 300, so it's...
Yeah, that's why most New Game Plus run it, and they're leveling it, I guess.
I thought they ended at 500 because of being able to still die to other force losses. Because in this game you have to actually die to force losses. In Very Fancy you just press X and tons of times and you win.
Yeah, and this game, we've determined around low to mid 500 should be the highest you grind because of the unwinnable fight. But in other NEP games like Vanilla and Victory, and NEP in Mark 2 you can only get to 99. But in those NEP games, 999 will obviously be the fastest. But for V2, it's just low to mid 500.
Redemption. I was not satisfied.
But if for the Japanese version, level 999 will be the fastest. So if someone has the Japanese copy of this game, it could make for a really good New Game Plus speedrun. Because in Japan you get the damage, you get a lot more skill damage in the Japanese version.
The meme redemption. 4.
You can do hundreds of thousands of damage to the dark CPUs. Kill them all in one hit.
Yeah.
But we're restricted, very, very restricted on English.
That's why Alex could just get the work on.
It just makes me wonder when someone will ever start speedrunning the Japanese version.
Yeah. Ox could literally just take it if you wanted to, for meme's sake.
Yeah, for New Game and New Game Plus, it will be faster overall. There'll probably be different categories, but it'll be faster overall. If you want to go fast, get the Japanese version. The Bombs2 actually has a Japanese version time, if I remember correctly. I think he said he got like in the 35-minute range, or 36 on that end, New Game Plus. And the current world record is struggling to get 38 or 37, one of those two. For a run that short, saving 2 minutes is insane.
Yep.
Just like when we went back, when everyone came back to Very Fancy New Game Plus.
Yeah, when I appeared out of nowhere for Fairy Fincher Advent Dark Force, before I appeared, the world record was like 42, 41, and without any even attempt, I didn't even try. I had the time down to like mid-30s, and I was still only at level 60 something.
Wow.
And then I got the 999, and then I had the time down to 30 before Aaron started playing, and took it down to a 30. No, I had it 31:30 before Aaron took it down to a 30:07. And now it's down to almost a 27. Aaron's too strong at video games. He needs to be nerfed. Just kidding, Aaron. Keep being you.
Another point where the sub 30 club is the viable club.
One of these days, I will get a sub 30 just so I can say I'm officially done with Goddess forever. But for now, I really need to start new game one of these 100 years from.
New game 100 years ago in the past.
My time is so bad on easy mode.
This is why we made the amateur meme.
Yep. We're about to enter the last gold tower. That's not even a gold tower.
A gold tower.
But it sure does look like it from the inside because they don't. Idea Factory does not love copying dungeons at all.
Oh, they clearly don't. Every dungeon is unique, guys. See, this one is purple.
That's why there's 10 virtual forests.
This one is purple, indeed.
That's why there's 10 virtual forests.
Yep.
I think
even in Seha, we pull it and move around a little bit.
I think I know in Rebirth 1, some of Louis' dungeons are some of Planetoon's dungeons that's flipped in with snow.
Yeah.
On that note, I hated all of these dungeons in Rebirth 1 because the hit marker
but then all of the cave dungeons are flipped in some shape or form. And changed color palette.
I hated the snow dungeon so much because your marker as to where your hit area is light blue and the snow is white and it's really hard to see that. Also, I hate this dungeon we're about to enter with a burning passion, less for the dungeon itself, more for the fact that the story forces my damage out of my party. Again!
Yep. You finally got a party together and they're like, you know what would be fun? Let's take out everybody! Except for Uni, Netgear, and Uzumir.
Yeah, I hated that they did that, because Worm and Van were mainstay the moment I got them, and Bisha came in because I wanted my EXE generators. And then they're just not here for this dungeon, and I'm like, why? Netgear, you of all people know that Worm and Van can handle themselves, and Bisha wrecked your big sister, so she can handle herself. Why are they not allowed to come?
Another thing about this dungeon is it's one of the more difficult dungeons to learn the path because it is a big giant maze just like the other two. But this one actually has a lot more turns.
The last maze dungeon for that end is just pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
But
honestly,
it's probably the most straightforward maze dungeon.
It is the easiest maze to learn, but there is like one or two places that if you just get way too careless.
Honestly,
I caught myself getting lost in the third dungeon.
Yeah, getting lost in
3 or 4 times.
Is common. The big problem I have with these dungeons is that because of what they are, it's really hard remembering in which one you actually are when you are in it, because there's no landmark or any form of orientation, because they are all just grid mazes. Well, at least it is in Shenmue Labyrinth. The dungeon sucks. It's like Idea Factory was like, how can we make a really annoying dungeon without introducing a separate gameplay element? And then someone at Compare has was
dungeons.
Okay,
so,
he takes.
How do you want me to view the dreams now? Just put it on auto or just skip through all of it?
Put it on auto since you have to store
skip
anyway.
it, Z-Fresh is narrating it.
we're supposed to watch the V2 Dreams.
That incentive wasn't met though, right?
It wasn't
We need
met,
to
but
store anyway.
That incentive
Oh,
wasn't
it
met.
wasn't?
But we need to store it for the boom.
But Z-Fresh is narrating the bomb one, so we go on that way.
just about met, and the last disc is going to be called.
I think it was met. It's not on the incentives anymore.
Okay, it probably was. Okay. Then yes, and if it's not
so
on
we
the
gotta-
incentives, then it was met. Okay, yeah,
Then put it on auto.
We gotta put it on autopilot.
I guess.
Back to that maze though. It's at least livable due to the fact that it has one of my favorite tunes in the whole game.
In Vito R, the maze floor is literally changed, and you can see your characters beneath you.
That's
Yeah,
actually kind of nice.
But the
yeah,
palette is completely changed.
Shamu Labyrinth, most annoying at something because then some of the compile hard is like, okay, how about we reduce the piece of vision, we delete the map, we make this thing even more confusing than the other mazes, add enemies in hidden paths, and then require the player to do the dungeon twice.
Slash. I forgot to give you the twin blades so I could work on your combo.
Five-time fighting condition today. Woo!
Anything else? Items. Yeah, we got life frags, we got healing items.
Yeah.
Enjoy these 4 dreams.
Neptune to carry the
Even though there's no dialogue.
BU fight.
One thing that we should have mentioned during the betting sequence is that these dreams are going to take about 10 minutes, 15 minutes total. But, we're about an hour 55 minutes too late on this.
Oh yeah, right. Sometimes auto doesn't work most of the time.
I thought it's just because
it does.
of
It does work. It's just my text
works.
is going slow.
Yeah, it's text. You can press start to edit this mid cutscene if you want to. I figured that out when I tried to find a way to pause the cutscenes because of family things. I always had to leave mid cutscene, and it's annoying.
So this is Neptune's dream. She just wants to be helpful to the people around her. Well, alright, on the baseball club.
Out of all the dreams, I think Neptune's is my favorite. Verts is just sad. Ugh,
No, Mike's threats.
so depressing. Noir's is... It's noir. And blonde is blonde. But for at least Vert and Neptune, you can say they're top quality dreams.
Neptune's is probably the most unexpected dream in terms of what you know of Neptune versus what actually happens.
But it's just that Noir is expected. Well, you know, I won't spoil anything, but Noir is exactly how you'd expect it.
The other three are always you expect them.
Yeah, Neptune shows that side that you don't.
You would expect blonde as well.
Oh my god, really?
It's just out of all the dreams, like you expect noirs and blondes, but on Neptune it shows like it actually shows that side of her that was talked about, but never actually shown. And Bert's is just depressing. Like it makes you so sad. You feel bad for her. Or at least I felt bad for her, and she's not even. She's my least favorite god.
Okay, so Noir's dream is basically she just wants to cosplay and be an idol and stuff like that, and
she wants to come out of the closet. That's what it is. She wants to come out of the closet.
Voice actor.
She just wants friends, man.
So much so that she just quits the life of the CPU. And that's what freaks Uni out the most.
Yeah. To be honest, I can understand that that is what freaks Uni out the most, because I have a feeling Uni knows all the hidden sides of her sister.
Well, that means Uni is the CPU.
Uni is CPU, yeah, that's...
Could you imagine Uni being the CPU? She'll never take the job, but could you just imagine?
Actually, yes. The character Uni, I can imagine taking the job, no problem.
No.
But given what Uni is... so, you know.
A CPU can't rely on others. She relies so much on her sister.
It's a sign!
So... But that's probably just because, you know, she looks so much up to her sister. She kinda seeks compliments and shit. At least that's what I'm feeling.
Well, their life is not complete without her sister's blessing.
Basically.
But that's not a bad thing. That's what I like about Uni. She uses that as her excuse to be able to work hard.
Oh my god.
You think the incentive wasn't met?
Going here?
Whose dream is this? It is Vert's dream. Okay.
The most expected one, and kinda creepy, and yet still harmless. Honestly, the only creepy thing about this is designs. I mean, we all know what the dream is. Heck, we made fun of it in FU.
I should have been already done with the CPU fight and onto the Greenheart fight.
Right, that's how it is when you do it in incentives. You feel really weird.
It would just be pushing estimate.
Well, we need to stall for the boom anyway, so...
Yeah, someone actually needs to check where the bomb is.
I can check on the one.
Got it right
Yeah, I completely forgot about this incentive. So this does waste another 15 minutes.
Games Done Quick is hosting RPG Limit Break, so they're hosting the bomb.
It's like half an hour tops, approximate. I'm comparing to the estimate. So about half an hour till the boom's done. Plus minus.
Yeah, his estimate is 3:30 and he's 2 hours 52 in.
I must say the younger Vert looks absolutely adorable.
Like in that case, I thought he was a lot earlier in from what I thought I heard earlier.
But this is to be expected that this will be what stream. Like, the developers have been doing this joke since MK2. And until Microsoft does an actual handheld Xbox, they will never give her a sister, ever.
Whoa, almost skipping the event, almost breaking the incentive.
Well, this is not as weird as some of the DLC events with Million Arthur. Oh god, the DLC events with Million Arthur and Vert.
Million Arthur is just as worse as Vert.
yeah, even worse in my opinion. Because he's like, oh yeah, I can make clones.
The flat. Protect the flat.
Okay, now.
The fun one.
Protect the flat.
Makes her hear it.
Oh man.
Here we go. A cutscene that will get some narration later with the V2R run.
An encounter.
But for now, you get to watch it with no narration.
Protect the blah. Protect the flat.
Well, if I should have known we were gonna do this, so I should have put in Japanese voices.
Oh man. You know, oddly enough, this is the dream where everybody I see freaks out. Like, in the other dreams, some characters are just cool with what's happening. In this one, nobody is cool with what's happening in this one. Nobody.
Oh yeah, I don't have the holy sword either.
Uni, get the Gaha burned. This abomination cannot exist.
Protect the flat.
Oh my god.
Like seriously, in this cutscene, everyone is like, no, this is an abomination. This can't exist. Her followers will hate this. And honestly, her followers would hate this.
In this, they're pretty much like blonde shares will plummet.
They would plummet. I mean, I think it was established in her route that a lot of people, that at least some.
What you think about Charming or Aurora? She's
dead.
I just had to point out that she said. This needs to be a thing. No, it does not, Pika. No. No.
Blonde is good how she is.
I refuse. She will lose so many of her followers if that happens. For people who want to follow Miss Big Breast, they go to Bert. For people who deserve the justice, they go to Blonde.
Deflate.
Poke those people. Save Blonde before they get big.
Dreams are gone.
Save her.
We survived the dreams and the terrifying Blonde. We can now continue on to the even more terrifying
She's
fight.
perfect the way she is.
Dang, 2 encounters in a row. Typical Heart Dimension. I swear, I think Heart Dimension encounters are way more tough than Hyper. And Zero.
Dude. This guy.
Like a bunny.
Dang, we got that Starman comparing you and Z-Fresh. Even though your PB is better. But I can't talk about better PBs. I still have ancient dinosaur strat PB. with how everything else in this run turned out, I have faith in the first try.
I can beat the versus PvP
I have
in
faith
3 days. Well, Starman.
And we need all the faith we can get, given that this is probably the worst fight. Like, hands down, this is the worst fight.
Combo, got that. Party coordination, got that. Equipment.
But at least casually, it's the worst one. Because not only are these CPUs way higher level than everything in the dungeon, but they love spamming the EXE drives. They can do it turn 1, and if they want to, they can just destroy your entire party before you get a turn.
Yeah.
It's really stupid.
Yeah, before the current strat, it was basically a walk-in and pray fight, but now with the current strat of that disc, it has made this way more easy. Although it is still a decent chance of losing, like it seemed. Big Neptune lost 90% of her health on the first turn.
She got focused. She got focused hard because everyone else is at full.
I don't even have to be a good big runner of this ending to know that she's not supposed to lose that much health on the first turn.
Yeah.
It's actually bad.
Yeah, but basically this new strat allows makes Big Neptune your MVP. You want Big Neptune alive as much as possible. And she does not seem that she's gonna be alive as much as possible. The CPUs are showing off the chance of losing that I just talked about, even with the current strat. They can crit, they can all focus on one character, yada yada yada. Your best bet is taking them out. Like, if a CPU is low on health, aim for them first. Get the less CPUs attacking at once. But you can use Uni's EXE to attack.
Oh, well, wiped.
Multiple.
I got knocked out.
Yep.
That was bad.
Rip. Lose me.
That happens. It's the 4 CPU fight.
That was pretty trash anyway.
Yeah, that fight hates you all the time.
Yeah, it was...
The best bet for this fight is trying to knock them out one by one to reduce damage sources, but even that is hard. And since this isn't this Gaia, we cannot just disable one of them. I've been playing a lot of this Gaia recently, but that's why I make all these references to it.
Uzume Goddess soon, trademark.
Maybe I should just heal myself. Let's end this.
Alright, into the specimen book. Let's finish this.
If you're finished, how could I fall behind?
I'll be serious.
This is a disaster.
And he's getting the bad luck again.
I shall go.
This is just not a good fight. It's especially showing in this marathon. Oh, the candidates.
Maybe I should just heal
Eyes
myself.
are spinning everywhere. Let's finish this. Yes,
You're
I can
finished.
go anytime. I'll be serious.
Leave this
See,
in
it's
your
good that we have a strat that gives an MVP like Big Nep. Now, someone needs to discover a strat that makes it where everyone else can tank hits.
Just kidding.
Yeah, or let's discover a strat that makes this fight 100% consistent.
Where's Cho when we need him?
Gonna die.
The problem is that the... What ships are we using again in this disc?
That is one question I can't answer.
Oh wait, the problem would be more having discs than having the chips, because I think most chips we use we can actually buy.
One of the chips is obviously getting health every turn.
Yeah, but I think it's just level 2s and they are buyable at this point. Like at this point, anything that's 3 and below you can buy. So straight up, you can buy those. Which is actually really good because the yellow 3 is learning. So if you want to level your entire party, you can now start that. But you need to use about every disc that has 3 and higher in order to equip your entire party at once with learning chips. Which is kinda dumb.
Yeah, by the time we finished Dark Forest Endeavor, the bomb should be done.
Alright, that's good. The dreams made up enough time, it seems. As well, especially since I want to be going pretty good underestimate too.
3 of 5 right now.
Oh, finally we're through. Jesus.
So he's close to the end, I presume.
I'll be going all out from the beginning.
You win, and all 4 characters are still alive. I don't know if that's often, but
Leave this to me.
it happened this time.
No matter who my opponent is, I'll mow them down. My turn.
I hope I can remember everything in Advent Dark Force.
Who's my opponent?
Yeah.
Who should I choose?
Right next to each other.
Who wants to get defeated?
Remember when AOE's almost killed you?
This to me.
Yeah.
And now they're doing so good.
Stop. Oh right, we are doing hot dimension route in this one, so we don't actually choose Dark Green, which is good, because Dark Green is really dumb.
Hyper.
At least casually, because I imagine many people use Worm and Ram just because it's Worm and Ram, and then Dark Green is like, yeah, you too? When you use this, Worm your support only, because I have magic defense on this Gaia level compared to everything else in this game. Oh wait, now is the route split. No, we are doing Hyper Dimension. Why did I think we are doing Hot Dimension? I guess I was one fight too early in my head.
I have to prepare properly.
The bomb entering the final dungeon.
Okay.
Looks like he's going well below estimate too.
Here?
Nice.
I feel like we need to get some sort of compensation to the betters.
Going here?
He must have gave a PB assuming he was going to have a very bad,
Found an item.
To be
I
honest, doing estimates based on bad ones is always a good thing,
yeah.
so that you can make sure you are underestimate.
It's just in Exilia, the very first gatekeeper is it's really good at his job. So he probably gave an estimate assuming that went bad. And then the final gatekeeper, also a pretty good job at being the gatekeeper. But if he's this low below estimate, he's going to be close to world record.
Okay, let's see.
I'll do my best.
He's going to be at least, I'd say, 310, which is insane, especially for English.
That's why the very beginning of the marathon was a 4:45 estimate, and I did it in about 3:25.
That almost threw us behind the bomb, but we're good. We had just the right amount of RNG to push us just enough.
Yep.
It should be good.
Especially in Cybernet.
Okay, this
Yeah,
fight's scary too.
Will be your opponent.
I saw part of the RNG in Cybernap.
Target.
Like I saw the end because I didn't want to watch all of it just because I haven't played it yet, but I saw the end and oh boy, the RNG.
It's my turn.
I saw it in the time difference alone.
Took me like 1 minute to
The
get
time difference was because of our routes.
Right, I forgot. Lolly has like the actually good route.
Netball has the actual route routed out.
And Hexy has like an in-between route, and I have my own. But I was ahead of Hexy once, and then I died 3 times. He didn't die a single time.
My room is deathless. Pretty good.
To be honest, there's one thing I hate about the Dark CPU fights. Their music is epic, yet the fights are boring AF.
Yeah, they're not the most exciting. They're like fun to see, but the first time you see this after playing so many Neptunia games before, you're like, whoa. But that quickly dies.
And it's terrible when you do the Colosseum fights.
Oh yeah, screw the Colosseum fights, because your skills don't scale, and skills is the only thing you can use here. The Colosseum fights were awful. I did them because I wanted the discs, and no. Dark Green is even worse in the Colosseum because of that fact.
I'm glad I didn't do many of the Colosseum fights in this game. I keep on hearing how bad they are.
Yeah, scaling, there's no scaling. Colosseum fights.
Oh my god.
While I'm thinking about it, I can go ahead and get everything.
Okay, Dark Black is over. Whew. Yeah. Bye, Esha. It was nice knowing you.
Just try to construct.
Well, the current moderators that are here can give trivia, but we ain't gonna be able to create any prizes until the bomb or Z-Fresh get back.
Yeah.
So if you guys want some trivia, but don't mind a delayed prize, I can come up with something, or Hexy, or Aura, or Flutter Dart. One of us can create a question.
Yeah.
Any specific question area? Like, what does it have to be about so I can think of questions?
Neptunia, Fairy Fencer, or Mega Quintet, or...
Any IF console.
What was DLH's game?
And Dart Rose Valkyrie.
Rose Valkyrie. Any trivia relating to those 4?
Let me check my Fairy Fencer save. I may have something that is interesting that not everyone knows. And I just have to check my save so I can check the actual values. And no, it's not a guessing thing with how my save is, but a general thing that I just have to look up the values for.
If Flutter Dart can come up with a good question, we'll give it to you guys in chat. And we'll tell the bomb when he gets here to just give you a 1,000 point voucher.
I'm not scared. I never miss. I guess we have to do this. I'm all ready. Okay. I'll do this.
Because I feel the bomb would be most likely to come.
Because I'm pretty sure I still have vouchers in my DMs.
Oh, you still have some vouchers?
I think I do. Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah, we might be able to give you a prize right away and just have the bomb make Hexy, give Hexy his voucher
I have
back
them in
later.
my DM, I don't know, I can DM the winner, one of them. They should work.
We'll give Hexy will give the winner through a Discord DM, so make sure you're ready.
I can do Discord or Twitch.
Yeah, Discord or but we'll have Flutter Dart come up with an excellent question.
Okay.
I guess it don't even have to be excellent. We'll just have
Yeah,
them come up with whatever.
Something I'm just...
Yeah, we can't really say excellent question because Z-Fresh just asked a bunch of release date. Those aren't really top of notch.
Yeah, that's the easiest 9 answer.
Wait, really? He is if he is asking this, then I can definitely come up with something.
This is my opponent. Going here.
Let's see, what would be a good topic for a question? I can't ask about weapon points because I spent too many, so I can't check for total cost that easily.
I'd like a younger sis like Neptune too. I wonder if Nepgear would like to become my sis.
I have no idea.
Maybe a question that will take more than just a simple Google search. Like maybe a Google search and have to actually dig through a guide or something.
I mean, like how to unlock a trophy?
Yeah,
I have an idea. I have just to look up how it worked again, but I just got an idea. I just have to quickly look up the answer myself because I don't remember all pieces of it.
Wow, I feel like we're gonna go over estimate. This is gonna be the first run of the marathon. Let's overestimate.
It's okay. I don't think we made the estimate with the incentive in mind either.
Yeah, I didn't think we changed the estimate before it.
Like a kangaroo. I'll work hard to become a fully fledged CPU.
If you're having trouble thinking of a question, just look up like a random trophy or something.
I have a question. I'm looking for the requirements that are tied to it because I'm just gonna write you the who just spoke so I can write you the question that I actually have. There. I'm right now trying to find out where this, what the answer to the question I PM'd you on Discord is, so I have it on hand, because I don't remember what the exact answer for that is. That's what I'm googling. If you can find it, that's good then.
We'll make sure you can find a good steady source that won't be too difficult.
The bomb of the 317.
Yeah, that's why I'm searching for maybe something else that I can...
The bomb's done.
GG, the bomb.
Oh, nice.
I just got a better idea for a question. One that I can actually use my in-game for.
Yeah, make sure you type it to me.
Yeah, I will.
And I'll type it into the chat because Oz had a good point. Some people might have it muted or some hearing problems or whatever.
No problem. I'm just opening my game again because I found a question idea that might work better.
Got the dream.
I'll end this all. I'm a force of fury. Now, who to choose? I'll end this all. You're 10. I'm full of energy. Can't we just...
True End got 100% confirmed.
Perfect.
We didn't copy a vanilla marathon where the bomb got good in because he forgot.
The first marathon.
For the while, that good end run was the record. It may still be the record.
The
I'm not
bomb
quite sure.
comes back to the white side. Oh, sorry.
An encounter right before the dungeon. Those are the best.
Take that. If my dog starts barking now, I have to stop.
Oh, Noir. No one. Ah, Toad
Nah,
ruined it. I was just about to. I was just about to say, no one type noir again. Ah, I didn't say it in time.
Oh,
Wanna play with me?
Oh yeah, by the way, if you're interested in the Discord, it's down in the stream description, down the stream player. Just click on the Warrior Shoe. Click on the Warrior Shoe banner.
Join the Discord. We're mainly speedrunning, but if you like to talk casual nips, I'm sure most of us would like to engage in a conversation about your favorite CPU or whatever. So feel free to stop on by.
And you get to meet the great Z-Fresh.
The great meme fresh Pinoy.
All the other great active mirrors.
I shall go forth. I'm a force of fury. Leave it to me. Let's nip things up. What should I do? I'll end this all. What should I do? All right. Into the specimen book. My turn.
Oh, I did not. Discord did not ping me.
I'm a force of fury. I shall go
Like for sound is bad.
end this all. What should I do? I can wait. All right. Into the specimen book. It's my turn. My turn. I'll end this all. Finally. What should I do? What should I do?
I can't do anything. She's out of
I shall
SP.
go forth. Now.
That's not the Neptunia Discord. That's ZBrush's
That's
TCG
Z-Fresh's?
Discord.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Needs to change it.
That's what it's supposed to be because it's NetNet bot.
I choose you.
Well, Ripperino.
I'm tired. I choose you.
Of course, no encounters on the way to Delusional Planetarium. This is something.
All right. People in chat, I'm going to give about 15 seconds before anyway, I'm going to be posting this question here in chat. We finally got a question. So here you go. Maybe by the time you hear it on stream, it'll be posted in the chat. This question is for Fairy Fencer. I will tell you that much. Because if you just search question based on what's on the question, you'll be searching forever. Here you go. Have at it. First answer gets a prize.
We're coming up to the final two fights.
Dark Orange 2 and Kurame. Kurame on this version is easy, but on V2R, she's a nightmare. Right, so we have.
Could you look after the others?
That off, take that off.
So how many B and how many C there are?
Wait, no, I want Uzume over Blanc. Okay, Uzume's there. Only more.
Nobody has it so far, and answering before the question is posted does not count anyway. I will post in chat when someone gets it.
Does it fit me okay?
Oz is winning everything. He is
How's it look?
the bomb.
Oh, it's talking about the Furies.
That dang. Oh, whatever. Hexy will Discord or Twitch message you your voucher.
My opponent. Watch and learn what refined battle tactics look like.
So tired.
Gives me an excuse to use these vouchers that Z-Fresh gave me ages ago.
Now it's my turn to go on the offensive.
Alright. While we were talking about vouchers and giveaways and stuff, we are almost to the end of the game here.
It is my turn.
This is the second to last fight, I think. It's been a while since I've done True End.
Who's my opponent?
I should have. Oh my god.
No matter who my opponent is, my turn.
Now, no other one until we get a mod back.
We don't have that.
Leave this to me. Now, what shall I do? Now it's my turn.
Well, an admin that can make
Boy.
vouchers back.
Yeah, this tokens got
My
removed.
turn.
Oh, that one actually got removed?
Watch and learn what and
Okay.
your
Yeah, they even removed them because these tokens have never been used.
Alright, I'm about to end soon. I guess I'll play the Salute Sume thing. Yeah, I feel like I should just finish it with Fumio Heaven.
I'll be the last one standing. I'm a force of fury. My turn.
Fumio Heaven, let's go.
I guess I'll bet end when you tell me.
Yeah, I'll let you know. And time.